Hey guys, Mr. T here, just doing a quick lesson on perfect squares factorization. So in the previous lessons, I've taught you how to do perfect squares expansion. I can do it in reverse to factorize, because remember, factorization is the reverse of expansion. So the rule that you have is, if I have something a squared plus 2ab plus b squared, that can factorize to a plus b in brackets all squared. Same thing if it's a squared take 2ab plus b squared, it factorizes to a take b squared. So the best steps to apply this rule would be, first, try removing common factors across all the terms. Always try removing common factors first before you apply any of these other rules. Then step 2, check, are there 3 terms? A term is anything separated by a plus or a minus sign. Perfect squares only works when there's 3 terms like the rule shows. So check there's 3 terms. If there's not, you just stop it, okay? Part B of the second step is check if 2 of the terms are square numbers. Right, it's usually the first and the third term are square numbers, but they might have changed the order. So a square number is anything that you can get by timesing a certain number by itself. If you check both A and B in step 2 are true, then you check if the third term is the result of timesing 2 by A by B. And if that's true, then you apply the perfect squares factorization rule above. So let's see how that works here. First, try removing common factors across all the terms. So the only factors of x squared are x. So there would have to be x in all of these terms. 49 doesn't have x in it, so common factors won't work. So we're up to step 2. Check there's 3 terms, 1, 2, 3. Check that 2 of the terms are square numbers. X squared is a square number because I've times x by itself to get it. And 49 is a square number because I times 7 by itself. So our working out, we can write that A is x, because x is the number I times by itself to get x squared, and B I can write is 7, because 7 times 7 is 49. So we've done step 2 right now. Step 3, if both things in step 2 are true, which we've just dealt with, then check if the third term is the result of 2 times by A times by B. So 2 times by A is going to be 2x, times by B, 2x times by 7 is 14x. So that is what that works, okay? That's the third step there. If so, then apply the perfect squares factorization rule above. So we've completed all 3 steps. Now I just need to decide which of the rules applies. Which of these rules, top or bottom, looks like this? Well, we've got a subtraction here. We've got a subtraction there, so it must be the second rule. So that second rule is going to be A is x, take B, which was 7, all squared. So the steps are a series of checks that you need to do that will make sure that the rule works, and then you just apply the rule, deciding whether it's a plus or a minus. Do the same thing here. Apply the steps. First, try removing common factors across all the terms. Every term has a number in front of it, so this is going to be tricky. Does negative 8 go into all of these? Negative 8 goes into 24, but it doesn't go into 18. Does 4 go into this? Yes, this, but not into 18. The best we can deal with is 2. So if we remove negative 2 as a common factor, what do I times negative 2 by to get negative 8's x squared, 4x squared, negative 12, positive 12x, because that's negative. So what do I times negative 2 by to get negative 24x? It would be positive 12x. And what do I times negative 2 by to get negative 18, positive 9? So we removed a common factor, so I applied the first step of try remove common factors. Now we do this check of the stuff in the brackets. You check if there's 3 terms, 1, 2, 3. check if two of the terms are the square numbers. This isn't a square number, but 9 is, and 4x squared is, because I can times 2x by itself to get 4x squared. So I've done those checks. Step 3, if both things in step 2 are true, then check if the third term is a result of 2ab. So a here is 2x, because 2x times by itself is 4x squared, and b here is 3 times 3 is 9, so 3. Why do I write that? So I can make step 3 easier. Result of 2ab. 2 times by 2x is 4x. And 4x times by b, which is 3. 4x times by 3 is 12x. So that confirms that. So now I can apply the perfect squares factorization rule above. This is a plus. So I'm using the top one. So it's going to be a to... my a is 2x. Plus my b is 3, all squared. But please don't forget that you have this common factor that you removed at the front. That stays there. So that's your perfect squares factorization examples. Make sure you need to practice applying those laws. There's only 6 questions that you need to do. And hopefully that helps you out. See you in the next video.